Very good. So, let us connect. Let us connect. You have an intent to learn, and I have an intent to pass on the knowledge, so the connection starts. Let us connect. So we join at the same time, and there is a learning together. Isn't it? That is what it means by let us connect. We connect all the time. Is it true or not? We connect all the time. You go to the restroom, you don't connect to the kitchen. So it's almost by default outer connections that we learn habitually, by default. I have a knowledge of the restroom. I have an intent. I go to the restroom. I have an intent to make a coffee. I connect to the kitchen and the stove and make a coffee. See that? Look at it. I'm just making these principles simple. But sometimes it happens, No, I want to go to the restroom, and then I land up in the kitchen, and then I say, okay, just hold for a minute, I'm coming. Did it happen? No, I'm just giving an example. Did it happen? Why it happened? Now the journey starts. Why it happens? Because mind changes the direction. Now I have this intent to go to the restroom, and the mind instantly thinks something, and unconsciously, habitually, I land up in the kitchen, and then I say, oh, yes, let me go back. Maybe sometime it might have happened. You call the person A, and then you say, I'm sorry, by mistake I connected to you. I wanted to call someone. Did it not happen? Are we connected to Eastern wisdom rightly? That is the thing. That makes you a seeker. Are you getting it? I started with let us connect. So, what happens in Eastern wisdom? We have a principle which is known as 4 connections. 4 connections. Are you connecting to me? Yes. Are you connecting to me with an intent to know your real self? No, let us attend this beer guy, Maybe you have an idea that he talks good, so let us see what is good in it. No, it will not work. We have to be serious. Serious in a sense that serious in learning. It will not work. It will not work. My mom died in UK, and I am in grief. You are saying that we should remain detached. So it means, should I have a dry mind without love? Total misunderstanding. You learn, you join one session, and you write to me like this. One girl wrote to me. Connection. Are you clear about let us connect? The moment you wake up, we connect. You wake up. Sun is already there. There is another chance that you wake up before the sun enters into your room or after. that makes a great difference. When you wake up before the sun rises, you are ready to welcome the sun. Otherwise, the sun is waiting. So 4 connections. You see, you just become aware. Whether you leave your house for a work, do you carry home with you? No. This is what our masters are saying. Am I ready to succeed in meditation? Do I carry my past regrets? Do I carry my worries of the future in the journey of meditation? It will not happen. See that just become, it's a pure understanding, intellect. For becoming a seeker, we should understand the departure point in the mind. Same example, use the same example. Intend to go to the restroom, so I have a knowledge. So from where I am is the departure point, right? Then I go and return. What is the departure point in your life for meditation? Tell me. Think of it. You have to think. It is not me to think of you. I'm passing on the knowledge. So here is the world I am living with my family, professional life, family life, personal life. Do I experience pain, grief, pleasure, comfort? Can you ignore it? No. How many times I've been experiencing pain, grief, pleasure, comfort? Every day, almost every month, every week, in one way or the other way. So why the hell I'm living the same life and expecting a different result? If you don't think in that way, it does not make you the highest level of a seeker. It means, what the mind of an animals are doing, I'm doing the same thing. Impulsive, habitual, pain, then pleasure, then pain, then pleasure. Does my mind think that I want to transcend this? Is there a way? 4 connections. So what is the way? If I connect to that knowledge that helps me to transcend the current state, I can depart. So I know the departure point. Not very tough. I'm making it very simple. In the earliest text, the oldest text, Rig Veda, explains this 4 connections. And that is hidden in almost every text of Eastern wisdom, whether it is Patanjali Yoga Sutra or Gita or any text. Our goal is to become a seeker. Everyone can become a seeker. That is very clear. Why we are a human being. And what is the arrival point, and then we will understand the 4 connections. What is the arrival point? Now I know who am I, who truly I am. I know it. So what knowledge is passed on? That I am is the real self, full of truth, wisdom, love, peace, happiness. It has no paradox, it has no dualities. What is the nature of the world? I know it, 100%. You know, we normally say if you know the enemy very well, you can tackle. You can be offensive, you can be defensive at times to win over. And then what is this existence? We know it 100%. Now you know all the 3. Who I am, what is this world, and what is the existence. Just imagine think you know all of them. Do you have any problem in life? Tell me. Then there is no suffering at all. So why we say, what is the result? Result of practicing meditation is complete end of suffering. And I discovered how to live, work, and act in this world from moment to moment. Remind yourself, I am doing the same stuff again and again and expecting a different result. Now I am doing something different in my life. Now I got the result. Making it little simpler, and then we will directly go to the 4 connections the way the masters have explained. Write down in your mind what is the goal of life and what are the goals in your life. Goals in life is outward. Wealth, money, sex, etc., etc. And the goal of life of every human being is only one. Self-discovery. Is it moving in your mind all the time? Is it happening all the time? Are you aware the moment you wake up in the morning and your mind says, yes, I am one step forward, attaining goal of life? First question. What is goal of life? What are the goals in life? Second is, what are the positive traits that you have? It is coming from the real self. We have to increase it. What are the negative traits? We have to drop it. We have to find the ways to drop it. But your mind must answer why you have chosen the goal of your life. You should be 100% clear. Are you 100% clear about your name, your house, your job, your profession, your gender? No problem. Mind doesn't confuse you. So I must be 100% clear why I have chosen goal of my life. Why clarity is required, so that the intellect will take over if the mind pushes you towards pleasure, pain, and grief, and reaction, and duality and a conflict. Intellect will say, come on, I have chosen the goal of life. Why I come here? Just to pass on the knowledge. You are listening, very good. Not listening, very good. What I have to do? But if I say, why the hell you are not listening? Why you are moving your head? This is none of my business. My business is to pass on the knowledge. Are you clear? We are talking of 4 connections. The moment we connect to the world, we all have 4 connections, the 4 points to connect. If these 4 points are not very well understood and you act on it, you have a problem. Can it happen in a day? No. Because the mind has accumulated a lot of impurities. Impurities due to incomplete knowledge. Mind keeps me distracted all the time. What needs to be done? So to become a seeker, I have to think. What is the goal of life? What are the goals in life? What are the positive traits? What are the negative traits? Why I have chosen this goal of life? Why I have chosen a particular job? Why you wear a particular dress? You know it. I like it. Getting it? Yes. So the master says, if these four connections are not clear, where? In your head, the mind will take over you. Mind will start working on you. Mind will cheat you. Mind will trick you. And you will not achieve success in this journey. And the same mind will blame the teacher and the knowledge and all the stuff. Mind will blame, you don't see that I have a lot of problems in my life. Who doesn't have a problem? Tell me. Who has never been sick? Even Bill Gates wants to earn little more. Who doesn't want to earn more? So now come to directly the four connections. First connection, it says adhikari. The word adhikari means qualified seeker. That is the first. Second is, what is the subject matter? 2. Second. Third, what is the result? Why I am doing it? So result. And so you have 3. Qualified seeker, subject matter, and the result. And how the 3 are connected together by permutation and combination, that is known as relationship. So first point, qualified seeker. Second point, subject matter. Third point, result. Fourth point, how they 3 are related. Clear? Now when you live in the world, find out that we all have these. The moment we say, let us connect, you have all the 4 things. Do you connect to me? Yes. Do you connect to your honey? Yes. But the relationship is different. Do you see that? Do you see that? Even if you say your pet honey, that relationship is different from fill in the blanks. Do you see that? Now pick up the first one. Qualified seeker. What exactly is qualified seeker? So home say, go to the first talk. Become a seeker. Mind should live in the 4th state, means one-pointedness. First qualification of a seeker. So what we need to understand to become a qualified seeker? That Patanjali says you live into 4th state of the mind. No, I don't understand. So understand in a different way. Identify in your mind your likes and dislikes, your causes of pain and the pleasure, profit and the loss. They are all known as the impurities of the mind. I have to remove them to become a qualified seeker. Second, in daily living, you are driving, you are only the driver. There is no distraction. Finished. You are with your honey. You are absorbed into that honey. No distraction. So first is removing the impurities. Second, to become a qualified seeker, I have to remove the distraction. It does not mean that I have to force my mind to focus. If I am in the kitchen, I am totally in the kitchen. If I am in the bedroom, I am 100% there. 2 things. When these 2 things happen, just start living your life like this. Living your life this. Don't you think I don't have a phone? Don't you think that, I don't get a call? Why should I pick up? Question is, I ask myself, why should I pick up? This is the most important thing I must be doing here and now. Third is known as ignorance. First is impurity, second is distraction, third is ignorance. When the impurities are removed, distractions are gone, the way I start living my life. So you can practice the pre-meditation, whatever you are doing in your life. I'm talking to my honey. Intellect, are you awakened? Yes. Live. Talk to your honey with an awakened intellect. Don't allow the mind to be impulsive, instinctive. Do you see that? Do you see that? Do you see the part? I'm talking to a friend. Mind, never be impulsive and instinctive. Intellect, you have to take charge. See, the life changes. Life changes. Sometimes I also encounter those problems and then I stop talking to those people. I keep a distance. I simply stop. It doesn't mean I don't love them. Care is there. I keep a distance. Third is avaran. Avaran means ignorance. So qualified seeker. Very clear? Now come to the subject matter. What exactly is the subject matter? Did you recognize? What is the subject matter? I have repeated it. Who I am, I don't know. My mind, intellect must remain aware that I don't know who truly I am all the time in my personal, professional, social life, internally. Another way to understand this subject matter, I feel I am separate from the Supreme Consciousness, but I am not. So I have to break that shell, that how I feel that I am separate from the existence or the Supreme Consciousness, and how I have to discover this. That is the subject matter in short. What is the third? What is the result? We have to keep in our mind the result. What is the result? Complete end of suffering. Any kind of suffering. I'm no more suffering. Can you declare that? You have achieved the success in meditation. Think like this. I've been telling you, I repeated a couple of times, start thinking the way these masters are thinking. I'm just passing on the knowledge. Is it possible? Yes, it is 100% possible. So, what is the four connections? So when I live with the four connections, it is possible. Let me start living. Whether I'm living personal life, professional life, social life, second part of the result. First is complete end of suffering. Now see what happens in meditation. First result is complete end of suffering, and then comes you awaken to the permanent peace and happiness. Two things, one after the other. Now come to the relationship. You are a qualified seeker. You relate to the knowledge of the Eastern wisdom. I just told you, I want a cup of tea or a coffee, so I connect to then first the knowledge of the coffee, that is already in my head. Action part, I go to kitchen, not to the restroom or not to the bedroom. You see? Do you see the connection? Can I connect myself internally? Becoming a seeker is the internalization of your mind. So first connection, relationship between the qualified seeker and the subject matter and the result. So I am always keeping that. Why I have come to you? Just to pass on this knowledge. You oppose me. You are not opposing me. You are opposing Eastern wisdom. So no problem. But after opposing, you ask a question, you are a seeker. Make a point. You understand. What you understand? That my mind is not able to understand this principle. That is why I am asking a question. Remove my confusion. You are a seeker. That is what the relationship between what you are doing and the particular activity. That is another relationship. What is the work? Impurities to be removed. Who has to remove the impurities? I am. What I have to do. We'll talk about those practices later, but first understand. So are you aware that I am the doer? Here is the work. In the beginning, we have to be the doer. Another connection. Am I a seeker? Yes. What I'm doing now? Is my mind thinking? Has gone somewhere? Distracted. See that? Some people complain to me that whenever I sit in meditation, then only there are influx of thoughts in my mind. Otherwise, I am okay. When I go to the kitchen to cook a tea, then only I have a nasty thoughts. Why? Because mind connects you to something, some event of pain that took place in the past. What a beautiful way to... No, I'm trying myself to make you understand. If you live in these 4 connections all the time, do you have 5 minutes, couple of days? Now, after every couple of hours during the day, remember, qualified seeker, that seeker must get rid of the distraction, must get rid of the impurities, and gain the knowledge. Prayojana, subject matter. What is the subject? Who I am? Am I the supreme consciousness, or am I a simply limited individual who is suffering all the time? Third, the result. I should keep my mind, intellect clear on the result. Otherwise, what will happen? Mind will say, earn little more and then you can sit in meditation. No, do meditation and earn also. We are not opposed to anything. No, I have lot of things to do in the world. Why? Repeating the same thing, expecting a different result, nothing will happen. So you are responsible to be a seeker, or you are responsible for not becoming a seeker. Did you understand that clearly? If you understand that clearly, you have to repeat it again and again. We are talking of the oldest principle. It is in the oldest text. So you see, the Patanjali has explained differently. In Gita, another master explains it differently. Every master pick up the same principle, but their explanation may be different. But we are waiting. Let us start. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. First stage, steady body. Mind is facing inside. Being comfortable. Being comfortable. So does your mind take you to a little deeper journey when you are comfortable? You look at the neck joint casually with awareness. You feel the sensation, being comfortable and steadiness. Now see, if the distraction is there, the mind will forget to become aware of the space behind sensation, comfort, and steadiness. See that. That is why the Master says, come on, distraction, impurities, ignorance. You remove it. From where? From your head. You are a seeker. Let us check it again. Shoulder joints. Their body, there is no movement. You have a pulsation of sensation, comfort, and steadiness. And the mind picks up the space. It doesn't pick up any other thought. Distraction is not there. You have to recognize there is a presence of distraction and there is an absence of distraction according to the teaching. You are in charge. Move the mind on the entire body, on all the joints. In every joint, you have a pulsation of comfort and sensation and steadiness, and being aware of the space inside. Even if you have physical complication, no worries. The body is moving, no worries. You are aware of the space. Movement of the body does not distract you. I am referring to the Terry, so no worries. You all are good. So both way it is possible. And now being carefree. Did I talk about salesman knocks the door, you open it. Before he starts explaining, you say, I don't need it, I already have it. Can you say the same to your mind? The mind becomes the salesman. It brings in one thought, you are so much suffering, you did not succeed. They're trying to sell you anything because mind always likes its domination. That is where the carefree comes. Any thought comes, you say, no, I don't need it. Thank you very much. Previously, I was saying, you are standing across the road watching the traffic. They both are separate, so you have to do nothing. But here now, I'm just saying in a different way. Why? So that the knowledge is installed in your mind. Formally, it doesn't leave you. Sometimes we become intensive. So now in the stage 2, becoming a seeker, distraction, impurities. One of the many ways is the breathing part. Patanjali clarifies, dharana sucho yogyata manasa. You get a remarkable focus of the mind by pranayama or breathing. Second, he says it removes the veil of ignorance also. So both the thing happens. So looking inside the forehead in the space. Yeah, that is what you are educating the mind. Keep looking into the space inside the forehead and start breathing from the rib cage. Constant expansion and contraction of the rib cage. So, small, short and gentle breath. Continue. Quick, short, gentle breath. If you find the resistance, it is coming from the mind. And intellect says, no, I am doing it to purify the mind, so continue doing it. You bypass that resistance through a choice. How comes you make a choice? By awareness. What is that awareness? It knows the mind is distracted, mind doesn't want to do. If it is, you continue doing it. So you are aware of what you are doing. So is there any harm? And when you know what you are doing now, continue. Quick, short, gentle breath. Only one single breath can bring the same result. And stop it. Become aware of the sensation that changes. They are our experiences. We recognize them, we accept them, but we continue the journey. Our goal is to find who am I, not what my experiences are, even though they help us. Now take a deep breath, silent breath, slow breath, first into the belly, then into the rib cage, up to the throat. Keep your focus inside the forehead while breathing out. Make the humming sound. Keep looking inside the forehead in the space. So what is going to happen? Your mind will remain. Go back again and again inside the forehead in the space. And it may bring beautiful, unusual sensations. So let us start. As long as deep as possible. I am doing 2 humming sound in 1 minute. What it means? It simply means mind is already inside. So, no hurry. Inhale deep, silent, slow, up to the throat and the neck, and while breathing out, you're humming, making the humming sound louder, longer, deeper. It will happen to you maybe 2 or 3 breaths in a minute. And that is going to push the mind inside. Now stop this humming sound. Continue to maintain the deep silence in this slow breathing. I believe now you realize what it means by the deep silent in slow breathing. We will do the nyasa today. So as you inhale, move the mind from the shoulder inside into the space. Inside the right arm from the shoulder to the fingertips, reciting Om Shanti mentally. And as you exhale, mind is moving from the fingertips to the shoulder, very deep, slow, silent, as if you are totally absorbed. The mind is absorbed. We need that kind of an absorption, conscious awareness of that absorption. We learned from the 4 connections. First was the qualified seeker, distraction, impurity, must go. We are making an effort to achieve that. Breath is the car. I told you mind is the driver, and the space inside is the highway, and the goal is Om Shanti. You are just absorbed. Oh, I am on the journey to find the permanent peace. That is my essential nature, which is the meaning of Om Shanti. What is going to happen? In the beginning, the mind was distracting you, and now you are distracting the mind. Oh, you want to distract, so come on, distract with Om Shanti. Do you see the point? That is what I say, the Eastern psychology is much deeper than the modern. And I'll do it same on your left arm. As you inhale, mind moves inside the left arm. You are aware of the space or the darkness, and that is your highway, and you are dropping. Om Shanti. And I see that nobody moves the body at all. When we are absorbed completely, consciously, it happens. It is a beautiful state. We have to allow the mind to live into that beautiful state again and again and again until we settle completely. So that the practice and the steps become easy and simple. Now move the mind inside the right leg in the same way. You see how many points of awareness to make you understand? Breath. And its regulation of the breath. Highway. Om Shanti. Meaning of the Om Shanti. So there are 4 or 5 points of awareness, the way you want to pick up and understand. So all these 4-pointed awareness is maintained. Distraction is not there. Why I said so? Even if the thoughts are coming, you are aware of it. But distraction is not there. You are driving a car on the highway. Many cars are there. You are aware of it. You need to be aware and attentive to drive on the highway. You need to be extraordinarily aware on the journey of meditation. Thoughts are there, okay. I'm okay. So we are not asking control the mind. No, repress the thought, suppress the thought. No, we are not talking of that. That is the point of 4 connections. And moving the mind inside, along with the breath, inside the left leg. Deep silence, slow breath. So you see that. First is the breath awareness. How I make you aware? Mind is on the breath, no doubt. But mind is also on the deep silent and slow breathing. Mind is also on the highway, that is the darkness or emptiness inside. Mind is also on the Om Shanti. Is it multitasking? No. We will understand later. In a simple phrase, gathering the threads of consciousness that is scattered in millions of directions caused by the mind is dropped. And when you drop this, you are a qualified seeker today, here and now. That is the meaning. In case of it, even if the body is moving, but let the mind be there, absorbed. What a beautiful practice you guys are doing. I appreciate it. So now, moving the mind inside the spine. Same breath. You are aware of the breath, you are aware of the deep silence, slow breathing, you are aware of the spine, you are aware of the darkness in the spine, you are aware of the Om Shanti, you are aware of the knowledge of the Om Shanti. You will find out the thoughts as if these thoughts are on the surface level. They may come and go. Let them come and go. Your journey is different. So why should I worry? You're driving a car on the highway. Do you push all the cars to drive the way where I'm driving? Your goal is clear. So you have to understand the distraction totally in a new perspective. you want to use the breath, which is a car. It can go anywhere. So it's a part of the learning to the mind, educating the mind. As you inhale, move the mind deep inside the heart, as if it is piercing the dark space deep inside your heart, while saying Om Shanti, as if it touches. And while exhaling, the breath is returning from Om Shanti. Previously, we did the step without the breath, and now let us do it with the breath for a while, so that the mind picks up that rhythm, and then we will drop the breath. And now leave the breath and continue to move the mind inside the heart. Do you remember, if you have been doing it regularly? So find a point in the space inside the heart, drop Om Shanti, then allow the mind to go deeper. And I talked about a very special phrase. During this process, when a mind realizes it has no more space to go, the mind as if stops. It says, no, I found it. So there may be a mixture. One mixture may be from the past impression, and an other one the mind has found. Mind merged totally. And you are there. When Master used to say that you move your mind from the surface to the depth horizontally inside the heart, so we get a spark of the real self. It is a conscious entity, and that conscious entity is a seeker in you. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your awareness on the right hand, your awareness on the left hand. Lift your both the palms, place it on your eyes, open the eyes inside, know your experiences, and bring the hands down. How are you, Jerry?
I'm good, sir. It was interesting right away. It's easy to go inside. Practicing without my honey next to me, I noticed that initially the mind wants to think about certain things, but it was easy to just be present with bringing it back. But I noticed the mind thinking about it. And then when we got to the humming, it seemed like the humming was
enlarging.
That I was able to just, it was very, and I could do just a couple in I don't know how long, but it seemed long. And then after that, it was just sailing. I really just don't even know after that, just space. The Nyasa was extended time, I think, and then I lost time.
That's a beautiful experience. You see that? Why I asked you to share your experiences first, I had the same intuitive feeling. What you just said just now, the honey is not with me, so so I said, good. Sometime it happens. I'm not a mind reader, but sometime it happens naturally. So how are you, Christina?
I really enjoyed that. I have to say, I've been hoping that we could do some type of meditation like this again that we did months ago. That was very refreshing, and I've had a lot of some pains and kinks in my shoulders lately. I was completely free of everything. Body was heavy, and then
beautiful.
It was very hard for me to bring my arms up at the end. So
beautiful.
Very, very
it's
wonderful.
It's a deeper. Because you were a seeker. If you are a seeker, any practice will succeed. Understand from that point of view. Not the outer practice will help you succeed. If you are a seeker, any practice. We have only, I would say, around 400 practices of meditation. And then you can divide them into subgroups. Thousands. How are you, Lara?
I am good. It was really interesting today. I was as soon as I closed my eyes and you were go within, I was in my head.
Beautiful.
Behind the head. It was just really quiet. I also really like the quick breathing and the humming. I think because it's very familiar to me because I've been practicing it for a couple years. And so for me to, with other practices, but to go right there is really nice. And then I had a really cool little vision at the end. I had some white eagle wings kind of come in at the very end. And
that's a deeper,
It was quick.
It was quick.
Yeah.
That's a deeper experience. Very good. How are you, Kate?
Yeah, that was quick. I too didn't want that.
Yeah, quick. We spend the same time, but if mind says it is quick, definitely it is a deeper.
It was lovely. It was quiet.
Yeah.
Nice.
I used to ask in different sessions whether I am lovely, you are lovely, or meditation is lovely. So that makes a difference. John, how are you?
I feel lovely.
You feel lovely. So meditation is... Yeah. Meditation is not lovely. You are lovely.
Well, we all are.
So you have a greater chance to be a politician.
Oh, I don't want to be. That's not what
No, I'm just joking. We should maintain our awareness inside, surface to depth. Now I'm going to use, I live in the surface, all problems. I live in the depth, even if the problem is there outside. I still remain lovely. How are you, Internet?
Good morning. I'm good. That was very peaceful, and it seemed like I fell into every step just as you were explaining it. I soon became unaware of breathing.
Good. That's a good
point. It was just very, very quick and peaceful.
That's very good. Quick and peaceful. Obviously, you went deeper. Hey, Sam, how are you?
I'm really good. I'm without my honey as well.
Ah, you are with your honey?
Without Uncle Stephen. No, I'm without Uncle Stephen. I'm without my
honey. Oh, yeah, Stephen, yeah. I don't see the Stephen today. I don't know.
I think Allison's moving into her new apartment. So.
Oh, okay.
It was really good. I think the all of the breathing and humming activities became enhanced with what you said prior, thinking about your mind as the salesperson, trying to make its way through the door. No, I think you should do something different. But,
Yeah.
No, it's okay.
Good.
And then it became very quiet and quick and very
beautiful.
Nice.
Beautiful. How are you, Terry? I know Ashok will only speak single word. He has been with me for more than 25 years. Yes, Terry.
The fast, short, quick breathing, I got very, it was very intense because I was battling the resistance, so I got very cold.
Good.
And,
okay.
Started to get very cold.
That happens.
And then we went to the next thing, and then I started to go into the space. At first, I saw like a circle, and it started to do interesting things, like have a lot of lines crossing, meeting in the center. But that just went away, and the Nyasa, that was very, I felt like I was doing a lot of work, and because I thought, I must be clearing a lot of stuff, because my body was fighting me.
Yeah.
But I felt like I separated the breath from the mind.
That is good
so
point.
The car could go up and down, and the breath would be somewhere else. When they are linked, it gives me more trouble, so that was useful.
What a beautiful... Terry, do you see I'm addressing other friends here in this session? You see Terry having such a challenges. She doesn't leave the practice. She doesn't leave the practice. Why? Ask yourself. So perhaps she has an inherent 4 connections. That is what we discussed today. You see that?
Oh.
Just think in that way. She has so much of challenges, and you see how she is sharing her experiences. Put ourselves into her shoes and see. Come on. Let this crazy mind go. We all are seekers. How are you, Ashok? Sir, it is good. It is very good. Huh? Okay, he has already expressed. It is very good. We have been together, I think, 25 years? Huh? Yes, 25. Very good. Thank you. So, any question that you like to ask? Very good. Thank you. We will meet again on Thursday.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Girish.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you.
Thank you.